holy texts and their potential references to extraterrestrials and UFOs. Throughout history, holy texts and ancient scriptures have been a source of spiritual guidance and insight into the mysteries of existence. However, within these texts lie passages and descriptions that many interpret as references to extraterrestrial beings and unidentified flying objects, UFOs. Scholars, ufologists, and theologians have analyzed these accounts, proposing that some sacred writings may encode ancient encounters with advanced non-human intelligences. Below is an in-depth exploration of these ideas, considering texts from various religions and cultures. The Bible and extraterrestrials. 1. Ezekiel's vision, Old Testament. The Book of Ezekiel contains one of the most widely cited passages in discussions of UFOs and extraterrestrials. In chapter 1, Ezekiel describes a vision of a whirlwind coming out of the north, a great cloud, with fire enfolding itself. He further details 4 living creatures and a wheel within a wheel that moved in unison. Interpretation. Many ufologists argue that Ezekiel may have witnessed a spacecraft or advanced technology beyond his comprehension. The wheel within a wheel and its ability to move in all directions without turning is compared to the maneuverability of modern UFO sightings. Traditional view. The vision is considered a divine revelation, symbolic of God's glory and omnipresence. 2. The Nephilim, Genesis 6 verses 1-4. Genesis speaks of the Nephilim, described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. These beings were mighty men of old, men of renown. Interpretation. Some suggest the sons of God were extraterrestrial beings who interbred with humans, leaving behind traces of their genetic influence. This aligns with theories of ancient alien intervention in human evolution. Traditional view. Mainstream theology interprets the Nephilim as either fallen angels or the offspring of Seth's lineage mixing with Cain's. 3. Elijah's ascension, 2 Kings 2 verse 11. The prophet Elijah is said to have been taken up to heaven in a chariot of fire with horses of fire. Interpretation. Ufologists propose that this chariot could represent a spacecraft, as the description parallels accounts of luminous, otherworldly vehicles. Traditional view. It symbolizes divine intervention and Elijah's unique spiritual journey. Hindu scriptures and celestial beings. 1. Vimanas in the Vedas and epics. Ancient Indian texts like the Rigveda, Mahabharata, and Ramayana describe Vimanas, flying chariots or celestial vehicles used by gods and heroes. Descriptions. Vimanas are detailed with technical specifications, including their ability to traverse the skies, emit beams of light, and perform complex maneuvers. Interpretation. These accounts are seen as evidence of advanced aerial technology possibly linked to extraterrestrial visitors. Traditional view. The Vimanas are divine instruments symbolizing the gods' power and mobility. 2. The Pushpaka Vimana. In the Ramayana, the Pushpaka Vimana is described as a magnificent, self-moving aerial chariot used by King Ravana and later by Lord Rama. Interpretation. The detailed description of its construction and operation suggests knowledge of advanced aeronautics. Traditional view. It represents the divine favor and magical capabilities attributed to deities. Islamic texts and extraterrestrial speculation. 1. The Quran and the 7 heavens. The Quran refers to Allah creating 7 heavens, Surah 67:3, and filling them with beings. Interpretation. Some interpret this as a reference to multiple dimensions or planets inhabited by intelligent beings. Traditional view. It symbolizes the vastness of God's creation and the structured layers of the cosmos. 2. The Isra and Miraj. The Prophet Muhammad's night journey, Isra, and ascension, Miraj, describe him traveling on the celestial steed al-Buraq to the heavens. Interpretation. The account has been likened to extraterrestrial abduction or interdimensional travel due to its vivid, otherworldly imagery. Traditional view. It is a profound spiritual experience illustrating the connection between the earthly and the divine. Mesoamerican texts and extraterrestrial connections. 1. The Popol Vuh, Mayan sacred text. The Popol Vuh recounts the creation of humanity by the gods, who initially made beings of mud and wood before achieving success with flesh. Interpretation. This trial and error process is seen as a potential reference to genetic engineering by advanced beings. Traditional view. It is an allegory for spiritual refinement and human development. 2. Feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec and Mayan god often depicted as a feathered serpent, is described as descending from the heavens and bringing advanced knowledge to humanity. Interpretation. Ufologists suggest Quetzalcoatl could have been an extraterrestrial being who shared technology and wisdom. Traditional view. He represents a civilizing force and spiritual guide. Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki. Sumerian mythology, particularly the Enuma Elish and other cuneiform tablets, speaks of the Anunnaki, deities who descended from the heavens to shape human civilization. Interpretation. Authors like Zecharia Sitchin interpret the Anunnaki as extraterrestrials who genetically modified early humans to create workers. Traditional view. The Anunnaki are symbolic of natural and celestial forces that governed ancient Sumerian life. Buddhist texts and celestial realms. In Buddhist cosmology, multiple realms of existence include celestial planes inhabited by radiant beings with advanced abilities. Interpretation. These descriptions are seen as potential references to extraterrestrial species or higher dimensional entities. Traditional view. They represent spiritual states achievable through enlightenment and meditation. The Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish text excluded from the canonical Bible, is a cornerstone for discussions about possible extraterrestrial encounters in ancient times. Its vivid descriptions of angelic beings, heavenly realms, and cosmic events have led many to interpret it as a record of contact with advanced non-human intelligences, possibly extraterrestrials. This text, attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, offers narratives that transcend its religious and mythological roots, resonating with modern theories about UFOs and alien visitation. Overview of the Book of Enoch. The Book of Enoch comprises several sections, the most notable being the Book of the Watchers, which details the descent of angelic beings to Earth and their interactions with humanity. The key themes include the Watchers, fallen angels. A group of 200 Watchers, divine beings tasked with observing humanity, descend to Earth and violate their heavenly duties by interacting with humans. Nephilim, the offspring of the Watchers and human women, described as giants or beings of great strength and knowledge. Enoch's journeys. Enoch is taken to the heavens and shown the workings of the cosmos, guided by angelic beings. The Watchers as extraterrestrials. The descent to Earth. The Book of the Watchers describes these beings descending onto Mount Hermon, a physical location on Earth. They are portrayed as having advanced knowledge, which they share with humanity, teaching forbidden sciences like metallurgy, astronomy, and weapon-making. Extraterrestrial interpretation. The Watchers are often compared to aliens who made deliberate contact with humans, possibly interfering in early human development. Their descent to Earth aligns with the idea of an advanced species arriving to interact with and influence a less developed civilization. The sharing of knowledge. The Watchers teach humanity various skills, including metallurgy, the crafting of weapons and tools; divination, understanding the stars and cosmic cycles; cosmetics, symbolizing cultural and technological advancement; extraterrestrial interpretation. This dissemination of knowledge could be viewed as an example of cultural exchange between advanced extraterrestrials and early humans, leading to significant technological leaps. The Nephilim, hybrid beings. The Nephilim, described as giants or mighty men of old, are the progeny of the Watchers and human women. They are depicted as beings of immense strength and unnatural stature. Extraterrestrial interpretation. Some suggest the Nephilim were hybrids resulting from genetic manipulation by extraterrestrials. This idea parallels modern hypotheses about alien abduction narratives and hybridization experiments. Enoch's celestial journeys. Enoch's visionary experiences, as described in the text, include being taken to celestial realms by angelic beings who explain the workings of the universe. Key descriptions: fiery chariots and wheels of light. Vast heavenly realms with incomprehensible energies and beings. Extraterrestrial interpretation. These descriptions resemble modern accounts of UFO encounters and abductions, where witnesses report being taken aboard spacecraft and shown advanced technology or cosmic visions. cosmic imagery and advanced knowledge. Astronomical observations. Enoch is shown the paths of the stars, the cycles of the sun and moon, and the mechanics of the universe. The level of detail in these descriptions suggests a sophisticated understanding of astronomy. Extraterrestrial interpretation. The text may encode knowledge imparted by advanced beings with superior astronomical insight. Heavenly machinery. Enoch describes celestial storehouses where the winds, rain, and snow are stored, as well as fiery wheels and lights of heaven that operate in perfect order. Extraterrestrial interpretation. These descriptions could be metaphorical attempts to describe advanced machinery or spacecraft that Enoch could not fully comprehend. Parallels with modern UFO accounts. Abduction similarities. Enoch's ascent to the heavens by beings of light mirrors modern abduction stories, where individuals describe being taken aboard UFOs by luminous, otherworldly entities. Both narratives involve exposure to advanced knowledge and overwhelming visions of the cosmos. The Watchers as alien overseers. The Watchers' role as observers of humanity aligns with modern UFO theories suggesting that extraterrestrial beings monitor or influence human development. The Flood narrative as a cleansing event. The Book of Enoch ties the corruption of humanity by the Watchers and the Nephilim to the Great Flood. God orders the flood to cleanse the earth of these unnatural influences. Extraterrestrial interpretation. Some theorists propose that the flood narrative symbolizes a reset initiated by advanced beings to eliminate an experiment gone awry. Historical and cultural context. Suppression of the text. The Book of Enoch was excluded from most canonical versions of the Bible, preserved mainly in Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity. Its exclusion has led some to speculate that its content was deemed too controversial or divergent from mainstream religious teachings. Connection to ancient alien theory. The idea that gods or divine beings were extraterrestrial visitors is a central theme in Erich von Daniken's Chariots of the Gods. The Book of Enoch is often cited as evidence supporting this theory, particularly its detailed descriptions of celestial phenomena and divine beings. Scientific and skeptical perspectives. Symbolic interpretation. Scholars often interpret the Watchers and Nephilim symbolically, representing moral and spiritual corruption rather than physical beings. Enoch's celestial visions could be understood as mystical experiences or allegories. Psychological and sociological explanations. The text may reflect humanity's early attempts to explain natural phenomena and existential questions. The Watchers' forbidden knowledge symbolizes human curiosity and the dangers of overreaching ambition. Modern relevance. The Book of Enoch continues to captivate readers, theologians, and ufologists alike. Its rich imagery and themes resonate with the search for extraterrestrial life. As humanity explores the possibility of intelligent life beyond Earth, texts like Enoch offer intriguing historical perspectives. Spiritual exploration. The narrative invites reflection on humanity's connection to the cosmos and the nature of divine intervention. Mythological studies. It serves as a bridge between ancient mythologies and modern UFO lore. Modern perspectives. Scientific interpretations. Some scientists and historians argue that ancient descriptions of divine beings and celestial events could be early attempts to document natural phenomena, such as meteors, comets, or auroras. However, others suggest that certain details, like technological precision, go beyond natural explanations. Ufological theories. Ufologists propose that these texts encode encounters with extraterrestrials who visited Earth in the distant past, leaving behind traces of their influence on human culture, religion, and technology. Spiritual implications. From a spiritual perspective, these accounts may symbolize humanity's innate connection to the cosmos, whether through divine beings, extraterrestrials, or metaphors for spiritual enlightenment. Conclusion. The notion that holy texts may speak of extraterrestrials and UFOs bridges the realms of spirituality, mythology, and science. Whether these accounts are interpreted as literal encounters with advanced beings or as profound metaphors for divine truths, they challenge us to reconsider humanity's place in the universe. By studying these ancient narratives with an open mind, we gain insight into both our ancestors' perceptions of the cosmos and the enduring mystery of existence.